Hello and welcome back to Attingham Park. We have been lucky enough to grab ourselves a harvesting contract in a field of sorghum. So we've just started the first headland on that. We have got a worker in one of our fields. I cannot remember the number of it. And he or she, let's have a quick look, is making a start on the cultivating. Where are we? Field 39. There we go. Let's see how they're getting on. Yeah, cracking through that. So that's brilliant. We really could do with purchasing a fertiliser spreader today, and possibly, if we have enough cash, a weeder. So those are the two things that we really need to get hold of quite quickly. Shouldn't be too much of an issue. I think the fertiliser spreader I've got in mind is about 22,000, I think. And then the weeders, I have no idea. I can't remember what they cost. So we are going to get this harvesting contract done, and then yeah, we can see what time we have left today. We may need to move into the second day of September, but we shall see. So I'm going to do a couple of headlands and I'll see you in a minute. Just unloading again. So we've done 2 headlands and this is the third time we've had to unload, so decent yield, which is good for the farmer that owns the field anyway. We may get a bit off it, but still need a silo, so I think we'll probably end up, well, we will end up just selling anything that is left over. So let's crack on up and down the field. And light's still good, not sure how long it's going to last for, so we'll go for as long as we can, and yeah, we'll take it from there. Well, the combine's full again, and the worker has finished the cultivating. So while that is unloading into there, we will head to the little fence and finish off the corners, and then that is ready to be seeded. You certainly do take your life into your own hands with the traffic on this map. I remember it in 19, it went a lot quicker than the other maps, and yeah, I know traffic's sped up in general now, but trying to negotiate out of narrow gateways and dodge the traffic does make it interesting, although we didn't quite have a collision that time. It was close. So we've got a full 52,000 litres on board, and we are headed to County Stores, which is off the roundabout near the petrol station. So we're not far away. I will see you when we get there. Right, well, let's get this all tipped in, and hopefully it'll take us a fair way towards completing the contract. It's a cracking trailer. Absolutely fantastic capacity. There we go. All in. What's that given? 67%. Right. Time to head back to the field and get the harvest finished. So just heading down the field now, and you'll see over there in the distance we've got the Fent doing the cultivating in our next field that needed doing, and we are full, so that is rather poor planning because the auger is on the wrong side, so we're going to have to reverse out and yeah, unload that way. So with 2.5 passes left, we're nearly done, and in the end I did divide the field up as I should have done from the start to avoid having to unload with the auger on the wrong side of the crop. So yeah, lesson learned. Remember, do your lands, Cartech, do your lands. We've got, what, we're third of a tank full nearly, so I'm guessing this will all fit, and we've got about 20,000 litres in the trailer already, so yeah, we are very close to completing the contract. So we'll head up and then back down again and we will be done. So combine unloading for the final time in this field, so jobs are good done. Not taking overly long. I was thinking though that sorghum could be a good crop for us to do in one of our fields, so had a quick look. We can't drill it until April, but that's fine. So I'm now, let's just have a look at, so yeah, we don't get the area, do we? No, that's not right because I'm looking at the wrong place. So 11 acres, 9 acres. I think we will put sorghum in 45 and maybe wheat in 39, I think. So at least we can get that drilled this year. So that's the plan, I think. Right, we now need to deliver this lot to county stores. So we'll make the short drive down there and I'll see you in a minute. Right then, so we've got this lot to unload and hopefully that is going to kick the contract over. There we go. And 5,737 on top for us. Happy with that. I did check on the way down here and county stores was the best price, so we didn't need to worry about stopping the unload once the contract was complete. So we can leave that there, turn the lights off and the beacons, and we'll hop out. Let's head to our contracts menu. So that's another 7 grand in for us. Now there is other work that we could be doing. I mean, there's some massive potato contracts. There's the tiniest little field of sorghum to harvest. There's some great little kit, but I don't think we'll bother with that. Fertiliser. We've got to buy the fertiliser, so that's not going to do us much of a favour. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the John Deere and we are going to head to the store. Okay, so we are down at the store and the first thing that we need to buy is a fertiliser spreader. Now, I quite like the look of this one. I don't think we need, and that's not going to cost us any more, is it? No, we don't need a cover. I don't think we need any of those designs in there. And yeah, so what's that going to cost us? £21,700. We can buy that. So what's the capacity? 6,000 litres. So I think what we'll do is we will grab some fertiliser, fill it up, and then head back down to the yard. And then tomorrow, in game, we can get the weeder. In fact, let's just have a look at how much that would set us back as well. If he can even, there we go. Smallest one is 9.5 grand. Or do we splash out and go for something that could seed as well? We'll have to see. So for now, let's get some fertiliser bought and get it loaded up. Final 2 bags going in, hopefully. There we go. So that'll be 6,000 litres of fertiliser. No idea how much we're going to use. But if we need to, we can always unload it and store it in one of our sheds. So I'm going to head back down to the yard and I will see you in the morning. Well, it's the next morning and we are spreading fertiliser. I did have to, I thought that we were going to need some skinny tyres, narrow tyres should I say, on the John Deere. So we've got those fitted in at the minute and it does look ridiculous, really. But yeah, I thought this would have germinated, but never mind, doesn't matter. We can, we've bought them now, so we can always switch to them in future should we need them. This is going down reasonably slowly. What I think we are going to have to do though, and I didn't think about this when purchasing this spreader, is the fact that you can't put narrow tyres on this. So what we might have to do is do an application prior to seeding or planting, and then one straight after, or at least when the crop has only just germinated and you can still use any sort of tyres or tracks. Alternative would be to get a sprayer, but that is a big cost and I'm not quite sure that we can handle that at the minute, but that's for the future. This will do us to start off with. We can also put lime down as well should we want to. So perhaps this little bit over here and then finish the field off. I haven't set the drill off yet, seeding. That is the next task after we've got this done. So let's whiz round, get this done and catch up when we're finished. Next field we're doing is field 39. You'll see we've got the Fendt parked up down there waiting to get the wheat sown into here. Got the GPS set on the John Deere. I have changed the tyres back. It was looking a little bit ridiculous and there's absolutely no need for those skinny tyres at the minute. So we'll get this one done and then we'll move on to the next one in between doing that, we will set the worker going with the drilling of the wheat. But yeah, we need to get it in the ground and try and make it as productive as possible. So yeah, let's get fertilising. So we are just completing the fertilising around the headland now, and very, very impressed with this little spreader. We've only used, what, 20% so far, and we've nearly done 2 fields, so good usage, I feel. And this field is now ready to get the wheat into, so we'll head down to the bottom of the field, jump in the fence, set that off on a worker, and then move on to fertilise the next field. Right then, we are approaching field 45, and I did look actually and realised that we needed to lime this field. So if we just pull in there, beacons off, and take a quick look in this section here, so you'll see it needs lime, so we need to get that done first. Then we'll come back and put a layer of fertiliser over it. We've got wheat going in there, so the worker is on with that. So yeah, we can just get this lime spread and yeah, then go swap over for fertiliser, and jobs are good in. Well, we're all out of lime, but luckily the dealership had some more in stock, and they've dropped us 8 bags off. So hopefully that should complete this field. We've probably, well, we have got once and a bit round the headland. So yeah, fair usage, but it will help to adjust the pH in the soil. Alright, we're not using precision farming, but that's what it does. And then that in turn boosts our yield, so it is worth doing. Well, it has just started raining, and we really should have probably got the cover for this spreader, because this lime is going to be not much use after this. But luckily we're on the last pass, and yeah, we're done then. We can take a little break from spreading until the rain has passed. The seed is probably okay to carry on. It shouldn't make too much of a mess, but for now we need to get this back to the yard and under cover. So we will scoop up that other bag, put it on the forks, and head back to the yard. So with the lime unloaded and put away in the shed, tractor there and spreader over there, we have got the fertiliser out still, but I think that's going to be alright. The worker is carrying on nicely drilling the wheat, and tell you what, let's move into some shelter. And they're making decent progress. Now, I think this rain is due to stop, yeah, 1 o'clock. So at that point we should be able to get out there and put some fertiliser on field number 45. So you'll see Let's go back to the lime has all been sorted. So now we can stick some fertiliser on. Then when this germinates, we should be able to come in and put the second layer of fertiliser on. So I'll see you when it stopped raining. Oh, luckily the rain has stopped and we can get back into field 45 and get a layer of fertiliser down. The worker is still plodding through over there in the distance. Let's just set cruise control and we can have a quick look at how they are getting on. Okay, not too shabby at all. Be interesting to see how much seed they've got left and whether we need to go and pick some more up. But yeah, we're going to get this field all done. There we go. And yeah, then at least, same as with the other one, we've only got one more fertiliser stage to apply, which is handy. We do need to sort how we're going to do that though with the not so skinny wheels on this spreader, but we'll sort that when we come to it. Right, I'm going to crack on, get this done, and I'll see you in a minute. Just down at field 39, the worker has only got 6%-ish left in the drill, so while they're down here, we'll take the opportunity to fill them up. There we go. Leave them there. And we will just jump in and refill the hopper. There we go. That'll be more than enough to finish the field. Super. There we go. Cracking. We can set the worker back off and take the remaining bag back to the yard. So whilst we had the rain shower earlier and I was waiting for that to pass, I have put down an open manure storage area. So we've got 199 litres at the minute, which is going to be good for us. We'll be able to use that, obviously when we've got enough, for fertiliser on our fields. So that's rather handy. The other thing I've just done, and you'll see we're loaded up with our silage. I did have a very helpful comment on one of the videos saying that beef cattle don't actually need TMR, which means that we can sell the silage that we've got and we will be delivering it to the livestock market. So we're going to head up there now, and this will give us a really much needed injection of cash. We've got our fertiliser spreader. We do need a weeder, so that is on the shopping list. And yeah, like I said earlier, we're going to need to sort a sprayer or a 3-point fertiliser spreader at some point. Don't need to go mad with spending money, but yeah, we can stick the narrow wheels on the John Deere, and yeah, if we've got one that we can pick up off the ground, then we're not going to destroy any crops. So we'll head up here and see how much we get for these bales. Right, we're up at the bale sell point, and we're going to start getting these unloaded. So let's drop those two into there. Not bad. Okay, let's crack on, get these unloaded, and I'll catch up with you in a minute. Right then, last two. Get those in. Lovely. So we're up to 31,000. So let's just take a quick look in first the sales. So we've got a nice 6M, a Treon. Ooh, T7, very nice, but no good to... You are kidding. That is unbelievable. Thank you, the sales. Right, so absolutely nothing we need in there. Let's have a look at the weeders, which I can never find. There we go. So 6 meters, 9 meters, 51k is a lot. 9 meters. We just pull out small weeds. Okay, I think we're better off waiting until we actually have the weeds growing. So at least then we know what size we're going to be dealing with. So we're going to head back down to the yard. Hopefully the worker in the fence has nearly finished, because we need that tractor to start cutting the grass for hay. So back down at the yard, and before we load the last few silage bales up, let's take a look at how the worker is getting on. And they are very, very nearly finished, so that's excellent. So once that's done, we can go in, hopefully put another layer of fertiliser on. It's been a while since I played without precision farming, so I need to remind myself whether we can or not, or whether it's got to have germinated. So that's fine. So I'm going to load up with these silage bales, and I'll see you when we're back at the livestock store. First 2 bales, and there we go. So we're getting nearly 3.5k for 2, which isn't bad, I suppose. Obviously not at its best time, but needs must and all that. So yeah, I think once we've done this, the worker has finished the job putting the wheat in the ground. So that's now all back at the yard. We can get the seeder off, get the mowers attached, and then next episode we will be cutting our big grass field and getting that all tedded and rowed and baled, hopefully. And then that should set us up nicely for the winter months, hopefully. Don't want to be having to buy any hay in, because obviously the money is not the highest. But yeah, I'm sure we'll have enough. And then yeah, it's just, I guess, seeing what jobs crop up around the farm, and whether we have time for any contracts or not. So let's get these 2 dropped in there like that. 43k. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's a good amount to be working with for now. So let's get that back on and head back to the yard. Well, back at the yard, seed has been put away. I've dropped the front weight off the fence. Actually took the opportunity as well to put the combine away, as it was just left out on the yard and can't do it any good. It will need a clean though. So we've got everything set for the next episode, making some hay. Hopefully the weather will be kind to us. But yeah, I think that is where we're going to leave it today. We've got our wheat in the ground. I'll have a go at fertilising it again and see how we get on. But failing that, we will have to look at purchasing a different style of spreader. But yeah, I'll say thank you very, very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.